Good day everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to delve into an essential aspect of financial management, understanding the operating cycle and the art of managing working capital. Before we jump into our main topic, let's quickly recap what we learned in our previous session about working capital and its type. So as a quick refresher, in our last session, we learned about working capital and its different types, including positive and negative working capital, as well as permanent and temporary working capital. We also touched upon various working capital financing policies such as maturity matching, aggressive, and conservative. These concepts are the building blocks of today's lesson. Now let's move on to our main focus for today, understanding the operating cycle and managing working capital. Effective management of working capital is not just a best practice, it is crucial for companies' financial health. Think of it as a circulatory system of a business. Just as our hearts keep blood flowing, working capital keeps money flowing within a company. Today, we will learn how businesses measure their financial health by understanding their operating cycle and the role it plays in managing working capital. By the end of this lesson, you will be equipped with the knowledge and tools to make informed financial decisions that can positively impact a company's financial stability. Alright, now that we've set the stage for our lesson today, let us take a moment to establish a clear purpose. I will outline our learning objectives so that you know exactly what you will be able to do by the end of this class lesson. Our objectives for this lesson are as follows. Objective 1. Define the operating cycle and net operating cycle, also known as cash conversion cycle. Objective 2. Calculate important financial metrics such as days inventory outstanding, days sales outstanding, and days payable outstanding. Objective 3. Learn how to calculate the operating cycle, which involves days inventory outstanding and days sales outstanding, and the net operating cycle, which subtracts days payable outstanding. Objective 4. Discuss and understand essential tools for managing working capital, which include cash management, receivable management, and inventory management. These objectives will be our roadmap for today's class. By the end of our lesson, you will not only understand the concepts we discussed, but you will also be able to apply them in practical business scenarios. Remember, these are more than just theoretical concepts. They are practical skills that can help you analyze and make informed decisions about a company's financial health. Whether you are planning to work in finance, accounting, or running your own business, these skills will be invaluable. With these objectives in mind, let's dive right into our lesson on operating cycles and working capital management. I will begin by defining these terms and then we will look at real-world examples to make these ideas more tangible. The operating cycle refers to the time it takes for a company to convert its resources, like inventory, into cash through its operation. Ito ang journey mula sa pagbili ng raw materials hanggang sa pagbibenta ng finished products at pagkolekta ng bayad para dito. The net operating cycle, also known as the cash conversion cycle, is similar, but it includes the time it takes to pay your suppliers. Ito ang haba ng panahon mula sa pagbili ng inventory hanggang sa pagkolekta ng bayad mula sa mga customer. Kasama na ang panahon kung kailan kailangan bayaran ang mga supplier. To make these concepts more concrete, let us consider a hypothetical company, ABC Electronics, which manufactures and sells electronic gadgets. Imagine ABC Electronics, bibili ng mga raw materials, halimbawa mga microchips at iba pang components. Ang mga components na ito ay dadaan sa production process, kung saan ito ay ginagawa mga finished products. Kapag ang mga produkto ay pwede nang ilabas sa mga tindahan para sa pagbenta, kinukolekta ng ABC Electronics ang pera mula sa mga benta. Ang buong cycle mula sa pagbili ng raw materials hanggang sa pagkolekta ng pera ay nagre-represent ng operating cycle. Ngayon, kung ang ABC Electronics ay bumibili rin ng mga components sa pamamagitan ng utang mula sa mga supplier, ang oras na kinakailangan upang bayaran ng mga supplier ay naging sanhi na ng net operating cycle. Sa ganitong sitwasyon, kailangan nating bawasan ang oras ng pagbabayad sa mga supplier mula sa kabuuang oras ng operating cycle. To sum it up, ang operating cycle ay nagme-measure ng oras na kinakailangan mula sa pagbili ng mga materyales hanggang sa pagkolekta ng pera mula sa mga customer. Habang ang net operating cycle ay kinukonsider ang oras para sa pagbabayad sa mga supplier. Understanding these cycles is crucial for managing working capital effectively, which we will delve into further during our lesson. Now that we have covered the basics, let's dive deeper into the key metrics that are vital for managing working capital. We will break down days inventory outstanding, days sales outstanding, and days payable outstanding, and explaining why they are so important. First, let's start with days inventory outstanding or DIO. This metric tells us how long it takes on average for a company to sell its inventory. A lower DIO is generally better because it means the company can turn its inventory into cash more quickly. Ito ay nagsasabi sa atin kung gaano katagal sa average bago mabenta ng kumpanya ang kanilang paninda. Mas magandang mas mababa ang DIO dahil ito ay nangangahulugan na mas mabilis nilang napapalit ang kanilang inventory para sa cash. Next, we have Days Sales Outstanding or DSO. DSO measures the average number of days it takes to collect revenue from sales. A lower DSO indicates that a company is efficient at collecting payments from customers. Ang DSO ay nagsusukat kung gaano katagal bago masingil ng kumpanya ang kita mula sa mga benta. Mas mababang DSO ay nagpapahiwatig na ang kumpanya ay magaling sa pagkolekta ng bayad mula sa mga customer. Lastly, Days Payable Outstanding or DPO. It calculates the average time it takes a company to pay its suppliers. Sometimes, a higher DPO is better as it allows company to hold on to cash for a longer time before settling its bills. Nagme-measure ito kung gaano katagal bago magbayad ang kumpanya sa kanilang mga supplier. Minsan, mas mahaba ang DPO, mas mabuti dahil ito ay nagbibigay ng oras para sa kumpanya na magamit pa ang pera sa ibang bagay or pwede pa nila i-invest at pagkakitaan pa bago sila magbayad sa kanilang mga supplier. To make these concepts crystal clear, let's work through an example using sample data. Imagine our fictitious company XYZ Widgets. They have an annual cost of goods sold or COGS of 1,200,000, an average inventory value of 200,000 pesos, annual sales revenue of 1,800,000 pesos, accounts receivable of 300,000 pesos, and accounts payable of 150,000 pesos. To calculate Days Inventory Outstanding or DSO, we will use this formula. DIO is equal to average inventory divided by COGS and the quotient will be multiplied to 365 days. In this case, it would be 200,000 divided by 1,200,000 times 365, which equals 61 days. Now, for Days Sales Outstanding or DSO, we use the formula. DSO is equal to accounts receivable over annual sales revenue multiplied to 365 days. Plugging in the numbers, we get 300,000 pesos divided by 1,800,000 pesos times 365, which equals to 61 days as well. And now for calculating Days Payable Outstanding or DPO, we will use this formula. DPO is equal to accounts payable over cost of goods sold multiplied to 365 days. In this case, 150,000 pesos divided by 1,200,000 pesos times 365 days. And that will be 46 days. Now that we have the result of our DSO, DIO, and DPO, we can already compute our operating cycle. Operating cycle can be calculated by using this formula. Operating cycle is equal to DSO plus DIO, and that will be 61 days plus 61 days is equal to 122 days. While for the net operating cycle, that will be operating cycle minus DPO or DSO plus DIO minus DPO, and that will result to 61 plus 61 minus 46 is equal to 76 days. Now your turn to calculate the operating cycle and let operating cycle for NYC Manufacturing, a company specializing in the production of high-end machinery. Feel free to pause the video momentarily to provide your answer. Great work on your previous calculations, everyone! Now let us continue our discussion as we will delve deeper into the world of working capital management. Our objective here is to understand how businesses can effectively manage their working capital to ensure financial stability and growth. Our focus will be on the three key components of working capital management: cash management, receivable management, and inventory management. These are crucial for any business to maintain a healthy financial position. Consider a large retail company like Amazon. Amazon is known for its impeccable cash management strategies. They meticulously plan their cash flows, optimizing their cash resources to meet immediate needs while investing surplus cash to generate additional income. This approach not only allows them to finance their daily operations, but also fuels their continuous expansion and innovation. On the receivable management front, we can look at a company like Apple. Apple sets rigorous credit policies, evaluates the creditworthiness of its customers, and maintains a robust billing and collection system. Now, this ensures that they receive payments promptly, reducing the risk of bad debt and keeping a healthy cash flow. Another excellent example comes from the automotive industry. Toyota is renowned for its mastery of inventory management, using the just-in-time or the JIT inventory system. Toyota produces and stocks only what is needed, reducing waste and storage costs. This practice has allowed them to maintain high levels of efficiency while controlling inventory costs. Ang mga halimbawang ito ay nagpapakita kung paano epektibong pamahalaan ang cash, receivables at inventory na nagiging daan upang ma-improve ang financial health. Sa pamamagitan ng pagsunod sa mga strategies na to, ang mga negosyo ay makakabawas ng risk o panganib sa kakulangan ng pondo, minimize financial stress at mas focus sa growth and innovation. Now, let's dive into the first component of working capital management, cash management. Cash management is the process of collecting and managing cash flows within an organization. It is a vital aspect of ensuring a business' financial health. We will look at the 5 ways to manage cash effectively. Cash planning and budgeting. This involves forecasting all future cash flows with value and timing. Sa pamamagitan nito, ang isang negosyo ay maaaring mag-anticipate ng mga pangangailangan sa cash at maglaan ng tamang pondo para dito. Optimum cash balance. This approach entails keeping the bare minimum cash balance required to meet immediate needs. Ito ay tumutulong upang maiwasan ang hindi kinakailangang pagkakaroon ng idle cash na walang kapakinabangan. Arranging cash in periods of deficiency. During periods with low cash inflows and high cash outflows, a firm must arrange to obtain cash to meet its requirements. Sa mga panahon na may mababang cash inflow at mataas na cash outflow, kinakailangan ng isang kumpanya na magplano kung paano makakuha ng karagdagang cash para mapunan ang mga pangangailangan nito. This method ensures the company's liquidity during challenging times. Investing cash surplus. Idle cash doesn't provide earnings. Surplus cash can be invested to generate additional income, which is particularly important for long-term financial growth. Ang idle cash ay hindi nagbibigay ng kita. Maaring ipuhunan ang sobra-sobrang cash upang kumita ng karagdagang income na mahalaga lalo na para sa pangmatagalan at pangmatagalang paglago ng kita. Then, managing cash flows. This involves optimizing the timing of cash inflows and outflows sa pamamagitan ng pagpapabilis ng cash inflows at pagpapabagal ng cash outflows. Nagiging maayos ang cash flow ng negosyo. Mahalaga na bigyan ng importansya ang bawat isa sa mga parang ito sapagkat bawat isa ay may mahalagang papel sa pagpapabuti ng cash resources. Now, let us put our knowledge to the test with an activity. I will provide you with a scenario and I want you to think about which cash management methods should be employed to address the problem. Imagine, a small retail business na kamakailan lang ay nag-expand ng kanilang operasyon. Sa kasalukuyan, they are facing cash flow issues. May mga pagkakataon na nadidili sa pagbabayad ang kanilang mga customer. At ang kanilang inventaryo ay nagiging sobra na nakatali na doon ang kanilang cash. Bukod dito, ininvest nila ang isang napakalaking halaga sa isang account na may mababang kita. Think about which of the cash management methods we discussed earlier could help this business address its cash flow issues and explain. You may pause this video for a while. Now let's move on to the second component of working capital management, receivable management. Receivable management involves the process of managing accounts receivables within a business organization. Ito ay tungkol sa pagsisiguro na ang kumpanya ay nababayaran para sa mga produkto o serbisyo na kanilang ibinibigay o binibenta sa kanilang customers. We will explore 4 key components of receivable management. Setting credit policies. This is about defining the terms under which you extend credit to customers. It is essential to strike a balance between being accommodating to customers and minimizing the risk of bad debt. Hindi pwedeng pautangin ang lahat ng gusto umutang. Credit evaluation, 5 C's. Credit evaluation involves assessing the customer's character, capacity, collateral, capital, and condition. Ang mga aspetong ito ay tumutulong sa pagtukoy ng kakayanan ng isang customer na magbayad ng kanyang utang. Billing and collection system. This component ensures that invoices are sent accurately and promptly, and it establishes a systematic process for collecting payments. Isang maayos sistema sa pagsisingil at pagkolekta ng pera ay malaking epekto sa cash flow. Aging receivables. Monitoring the age of outstanding receivables is crucial. Sa pamamagitan ng pagkakategorize ng mga receivables ayon sa tagal, ang kumpanya ay maaaring ma-determine o ma-identify ang mga issue tungkol sa mga late na bayad at mas epektibong makapag-follow up. These components collectively form a comprehensive strategy for managing receivables and ensuring a steady cash flow. For our next activity, we are going to dive into a case study. This case study involves a company that is facing issues with late payments from its customers. I want you to put your knowledge of receivable management to work and propose solutions based on the concepts we discussed. Here's the scenario. The XYZ Corporation, a small manufacturing business, has been experiencing challenges with customers frequently paying their invoices past their due dates. This has been causing cash flow problems for the company, making it difficult to meet its own financial obligations. I'd like you to think about how the company can use the receivable management concepts we've discussed, such as setting credit policies, credit evaluation, and billing and collection system, and monitoring aging receivables to address these late payment issues. What steps would you recommend to improve the situation and explain? You may pause this video for a while again to think of an answer. Let's move on to our third component of working capital management, inventory management. Inventory management refers to the process of ordering, storing, using, and selling a company's inventory, which includes everything from raw materials to finished products. Ito ay isang mahalagang bahagi para sa tamang pagpapatakbo ng kumpanya at upang hindi mawala ng malalaking halaga ng kapital sa sobrang daming paninda o kalakal. Key inventory management methods: ABC analysis, economic order quantity or EOQ, pre-order point and safety stock, just-in-time management or JIT, management requirement planning or MRP. ABC analysis. This method classifies inventory into categories such as A, B, and C items based on their value and significance. Ang mga A items ay mataas ang halaga or high-valued items na nangangailangan ng masusing monitoring, habang ang mga C items naman ay mas mababa ang halaga at hindi nangangailangan ng malaking atensyon. Halimbawa, ikaw ay may-ari ng isang small electronic store. Sa iyong inventaryo, mayroon kang mga high value at in-demand na produkto tulad ng pinakabagong mga smartphone. Yun ang mga A items natin. Mga accessories na may katamtaman na halaga tulad ng mga case para sa cellphone. So, pwede natin sabihin na yun ang mga B items. At mga murang kalakal or produkto tulad ng screen protector. So, pwede natin sabihin na yun ay mga C items. So, you focus your attention sa mga A items dahil sa kanilang mataas na halaga at importansya. Economic Order Quantity or EOQ, Pre-Order Point and Safety Stock. These concepts help in optimizing inventory orders by determining the ideal order quantity, when to reorder, and the amount of safety stock needed to meet demand while accounting for leading time and fluctuations in usage. Let's say you manage a bakery. Gamit mo ang EOQ formula upang matukoy kung gaano karaming harina ang dapat mong orderin. Ito ay tutulong sa iyo na i-compute ang tamang dami ng order upang mapabawas ang gastos. Ang siniset mo ang isang reorder point tulad na kapag may natitirang halos isang linggo na lang na harina, oras na upang mag-order. Meron ka ring isang safety stock upang mag-account ng anumang hindi inasahan na pagtaas ng demand. So, ayun ang tinatawag natin na EOQ, RDNSS. Just-in-time management or JIT. JIT is a system that allows companies to reduce waste by ordering and storing only the inventory they need to produce and sell products, minimizing storage costs and improving cash flow. Consider an automobile manufacturing plant. Sila ay gumagamit ng JIT management sa pamamagitan ng pagtanggap lamang ng eksaktong dami ng mga parte ng sasakyan na kinakailangan nila sa tamang oras na kinakailangan din nila ito. Ito ay nagmiminsan ng mga gastos or nagbabawas ng mga gastos or nagmi-minimize ng mga gastos para sa storage at napapabuti nito ang proseso ng production. Now for Materials Requirement Planning or MRP. MRP is a method dependent on sales forecast. It helps manufacturers plan their inventory needs, ensuring they have the right materials at the right time while communicating those needs to suppliers effectively. Let us take an example of a toy manufacturer. Ginagamit nila ang MRP software upang mag-monitor ng kanilang mga forecast sa mga benta at matukoy kung kailan nila dapat i-order ang mga materyales tulad ng mga paggawa nito like plastic, pintura, mga baterya. Ito ay nagpapakasiguro na sila ay may mga kinakailangang materyales para sa produksyon na hindi sila nag-overstock. Now, let us relate this to your personal life as a student. Budgeting and cash flow focus. Allowances from your parents or guardian can be considered as a form of your cash inflow. Dapat itong hatiin sa mga pangunahing gastusin tulad ng pagkain, mga gamit sa school at personal happiness kasama daw yun. Ang pagkakaroon ng clear na budget allows you to control your cash flow at siguruhin sapat ang pera para sa mga pangailangan. Saving and investing. While allowances can be considered as working capital, maaaring magkaroon ng surplus kapag hindi mo nagastos lahat. Saving or investing for long-term goals like education or pwede rin sa dream phone can enhance your financial health in the future. Balancing expenses and repayments. As a student, the concept of Day Sales Outstanding or DSO can be applied to the collection of allowances from parents. Establishing a practice of repaying or simply expressing your gratitude for allowances is the key to controlling financial flow. Understanding opportunity cost. Just like a company considering opportunities, Understanding opportunity cost is essential in your personal life as a student. Saan ba dapat ilala ng allowance? Ano ang mawawala kung gagastusin ito sa isang bagay kaysa sa iba? Opportunity cost. Next, being cautious with borrowing. Having debt is related to the concept of days payable outstanding or DPO in business. Sa personal na buhay, maaaring magkaroon ng mga utang o pautang mula sa mga kaibigan o kamag-aral. Mahalaga ang pag-iingat at pagsasaalang-alang sa tamang panahon ng pagbabayad upang hindi magdulot ng problema o stress sa personal na finances. So, ang pagkakaroon ng knowledge sa mga concepts ng working capital management ay maaaring makatulong sa inyo bilang isang estudyante na maging responsable sa inyong personal na finances, magplano para sa inyong mga pangarap at magkaroon ng wastong financial discipline. Cash management. In personal finance, you can relate cash management to how you handle the allowance or money provided by your parents. You can learn to budget your allowance effectively, magplano para sa mga darating na gastusin at i-avoid ang sobrang paggastos. You can understand na ang kahalagahan ng pag-iipon ng pera para sa mga immediate needs at sa mga oras ng mga emergency tulad ng kung paano mag-maintain ng tamang cash balance ang mga negosyo para sa kanilang operasyon. Receivable management. For you, this concept can be related to handling debts and borrowed money. You can learn to evaluate when and to whom you lend money or extend credit. Understanding the 5 C's such as character, capacity, collateral, capital, condition can be useful in personal financial relationships. In your personal lives as a student, you may experience situations where you need to follow up sa mga kaibigan o kakilala nyo na may utang sa inyo, katulad ng pag-aalaga ng mga negosyo sa mga overdue receivables nila. Inventory management. While you may not manage physical inventory like businesses, pwede nyo pa rin i-relate ang concept na to sa mga items na meron kayo. You can practice decluttering, selling items that you no longer need, and ensuring you have the right amount of supplies. You can understand how having too much unused stuff can tie up your resources, just as excessive inventory ties up capital for businesses. Overall, by relating these concepts to personal life, you as a student can develop financial literacy and responsible money management habits. You can learn to optimize your allowances, make informed decisions about lending money, and declutter your possessions, all of which contribute to your financial well-being. These skills can be valuable as you grow and become more independent in managing your finances. And that concludes today's lesson on understanding operating cycle and managing working capital. We've delved into the world of working capital management and explored concepts such as days inventory outstanding, days sales outstanding, days payable outstanding, and the net operating cycle. Now, these concepts aren't just important for businesses, they also have relevance in your financial lives. Remember, just as well-managed company can drive your personal financial health can greatly benefit from effective working management. Whether it is budgeting your allowances, making wise investment decisions, or being conscious of the opportunity costs, these principles can help you make informed choices. We hope you found this lesson insightful and you can apply these concepts in both your academic and personal life. As you continue your educational journey, keep in mind that financial literacy is a valuable skill. It is never too early to start building a strong foundation for your financial future. If you have any questions or need further clarification on anything we've discussed today, don't hesitate to reach out. Learning is a journey, and we are here to support you every step of the way. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in our next session. Stay curious, stay engaged, and keep learning. Have a great day, everyone.